Marguerite? Wasn't that the mom in Resident Evil 7? Marguerite Baker. I don't think there's a connection. It's just interesting coincidence. God, she looks so cool, those tattoos. Ooh dear. There's the green blood in action. Jesus, what the hell is that thing? Like seriously, what is it meant to be?
Stay back. Get the hell away from me!
God, that dark makeup really suits her. Oh, that booty. Look at that. So yeah, that's a closer. They're quite a common enemy in 3. Oh, I think I need to put the subtitles on. What is that with this game? I have all these features on, had all these features on previously, and they just seem to drop off. Should probably check. Yeah, I was going to check the bullet adjust. Because for some reason on one of my playthroughs, that changed to 0. So when you pick up like bullets, you pick up a pack of bullets, you don't get any ammo, which isn't very helpful, to be honest. But apparently that's something that can happen. And also the game like sometimes changes to Japanese. I don't know if that's because I'm pressing something that alters the language, but that's happened a few times to me for some reason. Like, you can go into the menu and change it to Japanese, but for some reason, like, me just using the game, like, I was like alt-tabbing out the game, I think, it was changing the language. But yeah, is that Mary's face? That looks a little like Mary. They do reuse assets in this from 2, so I wouldn't be too surprised. Like in that intro cutscene where she wakes up in the restaurant, before it zooms in on her, you see the back of her head, and it's actually Angela's head that you see the back of from Silent Hill 2. And I think it's just like a floating head as well. But yeah, these are closers. No idea what they're meant to be. Having said that, those kind of look like really large arms, don't they? Well, I mean, they are really large arms, but like that looks like bone. A bit in the middle of the big fleshy arm. You know, like exposed bone with flesh sculpted around it, sort of thing. Like as if you had an arm and then it was cut open. I wonder if that's intentional. I presume it's intentional. I think it was the same team who worked on this as Silent Hill 2, so a lot of the same design elements went into it. Yeah, I have no idea what they're supposed to represent. I know there's a lot of penis imagery in this game, more than 2. I mean, there's a giant penis worm later on. So, I mean, I think an element of the game's themes is like sexual frustration for Heather as a teen. Which is something we all go through, isn't it? That sort of coming of age time. I love that, like, there's just a bunch of boxes and pallets in a way, which she could easily move and get out of the building, get downstairs. But no, she can't do that. It's too much effort. But yeah, not to put too many irons into the fire at the same time, but what I was saying, oh, there's another penis-shaped enemy. There are quite a few enemies that seem to look like penises. I mean, what else is there? Like, I mean, not very healthy penises, to be fair. If yours looks like that, please see a doctor. You know, not the legs, but you know, the head bit. If it looks like that, go see a doctor. And then going back to the other point I created. I don't know if it's just. I think it started around this era. Like, I think this game was the first one I really noticed it in. But it progressively became a bigger issue in games, at least for me. And I think it did become a bigger issue in gaming generally. Like the fact that characters would usually come across very easy to overcome obstacles, which would stop them from leaving the game area. But for some reason, they couldn't overcome the obstacles. Like back there with the pallets. She could easily have moved those. The hell is that? Yeah, she could easily have moved those. And got downstairs if she wanted to. But she doesn't. And like with this, I mean, maybe the bigger boxes she couldn't move so easily, but she can move the ones on the top and then try to push that big one on the bottom to then get to the key. Hell, she could put her fingers through the gap and just push it along, at least from how it looks here. But no, she doesn't. I think it does become a bigger issue in games after this. I don't really remember too many moments in like Silent Hill 2 where it felt weird that you couldn't like go outside of the game area. But there's quite a few in this game where it just doesn't make sense that you can't leave the game area because the obstacle doesn't seem like realistic. I think it's one of those things that as games became more and more realistic, it became increasingly absurd, the obstacles that devs were putting your way to stop you from being able to leave the game world or progress in the way you wanted to, which I guess is why we have open world games in the end. Like things got so realistic and then games got so realistic and people thought, like, why can't I go over there, like off the map? And the answer to that was like open world games. You can go anywhere. Oh, Natalie's shoes. And it's not Natalie's shoes, it's Natalie's shoes. Like that's her name. Is that Blue Shell? Blue Bell. Yeah, because that's 2 B's, isn't it? Okay. So I think there's only really 2 places we can go here. Oh, Helen's Bakery. Helen's Bakery and the bookstore. So we'll switch to the flamethrower because is this bread? It is bread. I think the flamethrower is a better weapon than the Uzi. I think slightly more powerful and it's more obvious when you're shooting stuff. Yeah, I never noticed that before. Crispy toasted dead. I feel like this game like messes with you a lot more than 2 did. Like he tries to he trolls you a lot more. Like SH2, I think the overall theme was like a one giant troll, wasn't it? Because like you don't play the character you think you play. You play yeah, it was here, wasn't it? You play this guy who essentially murdered his wife. And he's not a good dude, basically. Whereas Silent Hill 3, you play a positive character. She's not really done anything wrong, though you can get that ending where you go bad. Don't remember the specifics though. But throughout the game just constantly trolls you. Oh, okay, you can't change the label. Like you get weird phone calls and stuff. Like later on you get a weird phone call. That's really a couple of weird phone calls that are creepy. And you get these weird love notes from a psycho killer, which again is very disturbing. And then there's the whole mansion section of the game, the fun house, which like is just constant messing with you. Is there anything else to do? No, okay. Yeah, I think we just need to go through here as a book puzzle. And then that's well, that's not it, but not for the game, but you know what I mean. There's nothing else to do in this area. Wonder if these are original art assets or like they're pictures taken from somewhere else. Like did they make up like they made up the stores, didn't they? So did they like make up the magazine covers as well, or what? So on hard mode, it's quite funny. This is just like a long poem, a long piece of prose, well, poetry, and it's just 2 lines on normal, which is just ridiculous. And that's the first puzzle in the game. Oh, whoops. No. Wait, what? Is that right? Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay. 6358. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh dear. There's Claudia.
Hey, wait. What's going on? Where is everybody?
Where are your shoes?
They've come to witness the beginning. The rebirth of paradise, despoiled by mankind.
Oh dear.
What are you talking about?
I love how she goes straight into giving her attitude.
Your power is needed.
How know?
I am Claudia,
So what?
Seriously, where are her shoes?
and your true self as well. Also, that which you must become. The one who will lead us to paradise with blood-stained hands.
Claudia, right? Did you do all this?
It was the hand of God.
Oh dear.
Wait!
She's off to Boutique Marguerite to pick up some shoes, I would hope.
I don't get it. What does she want me to remember?
Where did we come out of? Was it? Oh, okay, it was here, wasn't it? Can we go through here? Okay, yeah, I think we just have to get on the left.